Okay, so for this video, we're looking at the hypothesis practice worksheet. Okay, the instructions say to write a hypothesis for each of the following research problems. Identify the dependent and independent variable for each. So first, before we write our hypothesis, we're going to look at our variables. Okay, so the question says, what effect does high temperature have on potato germination? So our independent variable is going to be the temperature. We are going to change the temperatures to see how the temperatures affect potato germination. Okay, so the dependent variable is the germination. Alright, so when we write our hypothesis, we are looking at if, then, because. So when we're looking at our variables, okay, so germination, is basically like the growth. So if let's just say if a potato seed is placed in different temperatures, okay, then the potato will grow in the let's do highest temperature, and I'm just trying to abbreviate for space, so you may need to write a little bit smaller. So if a potato seed is placed in different temperatures, then the potato will grow in the highest temperature because the heat will, what do we want to say, help with growth. Okay. If you don't have any background or research, you can be kind of simple with it. Okay. So let's do one more on this side. So what effect does studying with music have on student test scores? Alright, so we're going to look at student test scores. That's our measurement. What are we going to change? Okay, we're either going to do music or no music. So we're basically going to have a group. Students are going to study with music, take a test. Okay, they're going to study with no music and take a test. Alright, so if students study with or without music, then the students who studied with music will have higher scores because the brain was stimulated. I'm literally just making up my reason. But remember that we want to have an if, then, because. So most of the time you're going to do your research, you're going to make some observations, so you're going to have your reasoning, okay? But I still have my if, then, because. You set up your independent variable, you then explain your, see here we talked about higher scores. That's your prediction, but you're still stating how it's going to be measured. So we're looking at the test scores. Okay, so let's go to the back. You're going to do the rest of those on your own. All right, so here it says, write a problem for each of the following hypotheses. Identify the dependent and independent variables. So this one, you're given the hypothesis. Notice that it has an if and an then. These don't have a because, so they are missing support. Okay, so if plants are watered, then growth height will increase. So what is the problem? Okay, plants aren't growing. It's a problem. Okay, so what is the independent variable? What's going to be different? Okay, the water amount, you could do different waters. Okay, like 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cups, and then we're going to measure the height of the plant because it's saying here that it's going to increase. So we got to measure the height to see if it's going to increase. Okay, number 2. Notice it says if chocolate is given to teachers, then amount of homework will decrease. So it's saying that if students give chocolate to their teachers, then they won't give them homework. Okay? So what are they going to be measuring? Remember, after the then is usually the dependent variable. So amount of homework. Okay, so I guess we're going to say chocolate to teachers. So we could test whether the day that the teacher is given chocolate versus the day that the teacher is not given chocolate. Okay, so the problem is too much homework. So what's their solution? Their solution is they're going to test to see if they give their teacher a gift, she'll be happier and won't give as much homework. That's not usually how it goes, but that's what they're trying to test. So for the rest of them, read the hypothesis and see what are the variables and what is the problem that they're trying to solve.